Wow, that over there is a very nice Ford. Have you seen it?
Of course. I have been looking at it since we got here. My worry is how people manage such vehicles and where they buy genuine parts from.
I'm sure there's nowhere else apart from Shuma Auto Parts. They are the only supplier of genuine Ford and Mazda parts, which comes straight from the manufacturer. They have everything in stock for both latest and ordinary Mazda and Ford. They also stock service parts such as diesel filters, air con filters, diesel pumps, steering pumps, turbochargers, engine overhaul gaskets, suspension parts, and body parts. If they don't have parts you're looking for, they can order within 5 to 10 working days. To top it up, Shuma Auto Parts also supply Maxxis tires and CST tires.
Really? But where are they found?
They are found on Chandram Sonda Road, Cruiser Auto Workshop in Lusaka. Call on 0979 192057 and 0960747235. Email shumaautoparts@gmail.com. Shuma Auto Parts for all your genuine vehicle parts.
The happy world of 5FM Radio, your adult contemporary radio station in Zambia, connecting you to the newsmakers and events that make news in the global village.
Good evening. This is the 5FM main news. The headlines. The cost of living increases. Only 44% of the girls who fall pregnant return to school since the introduction of the school re-entry policy in 1996. Israel ends a 3-week offensive in North Gaza town. This news bulletin is also streaming live on the 5FM Facebook page and YouTube channel, 5FM Radio Zambia. With the details, I'm Herbert Mutabi. The cost of living for the month of May 2024 has increased by 352 kwacha 87 ingwe and now stands at 10,000 kwacha 701 13 ingwe as compared to the month of April, according to the latest Basic Needs and Nutrition Basket Survey as measured by the Jesuit Center for Theological Reflection, JCTR. The increase in the basket was due to the observed increase in the price of charcoal, which stood at 458 kwacha 33 ngwe from 343 kwacha 33 ngwe for a 90 kg bag. JCTR explains that the increase was driven by the ban on charcoal production in 3 districts, namely Shibuyunji, Itejiteji, and Mumbwa, as well as the rise in fuel pump prices, which have increased transportation costs. It was further observed that the extended hours of load shedding have led to higher demand for charcoal in households, despite the presence of seemingly cheaper alternatives such as gas for cooking and solar for lighting, which may not be economical, especially for ordinary citizens. JCTR is of the view that the rise in charcoal prices due to bans and increased demand highlights the tension between environmental stewardship and economic survival and underscores the intricate link between climate change and economic instability. The report has further observed that the price of tomatoes also increased to 29 kwacha 99 ingwe per kg from 16 kwacha 38 ingwe per kg. This is contained in the statement made available to 5FM News. The Forum for African Women Educationalists of Zambia, FAWEZA, has disclosed that only 44% of the girls who fall pregnant return to school since the introduction of the school re-entry policy in 1996. FAWEZA National Chairperson, Professor Enala Mwase, says the organization's interactions in schools indicate that out of those who return to school after pregnancy or after being retrieved from marriages, a number of them tend to drop out of school due to mockery from teachers and peers, distance from schools, among other reasons. She therefore underscores the need to interrogate this challenge and ensure that the re-entry policy is supported by other safety and security issues in order to encourage more girls to return and stay in school. Speaking during the Safety and Security Dialogue Breakfast meeting on re-entry policy guidelines, Professor Mwase further notes the need to establish stronger partnerships and commitments among stakeholders to support the effective implementation of safety and security measures within the re-entry process.
Safety and security within the re-entry processes. Ladies and gentlemen, this activity has been necessitated by the realization that after many years of re-entry policy, less than 50% of girls who fall pregnant return to school. Worse still, FAWEZA's interactions at school level reveal that out of those young mothers who return to school after pregnancy,
United Party for National Development, UPND National Youth Chairperson Gilbert Liswaniso says he has summoned the provincial youth chairman to identify the suspected UPND youths that were chanting insults against the former head of state, Edgar Lungu, yesterday at the Drug Enforcement Commission Ridgeway office. Addressing the media this morning, Mr. Liswaniso expressed a disappointment with the conduct of the youths and has since distanced the youth leadership and the party from the acts. Mr. Liswaniso says that the UPND youths are not part of what transpired yesterday, but once identified, disciplinary measures will be enforced on the culprits. He states that government has achieved so much, which the youths can disseminate instead of engaging in acts are likely to bring about anarchy in the country. Mr. Liswaniso has advised the youths to be consultative before engaging in activities likely to bring the name of President Hakainde Hichilema and the party into public ridicule.
We are not happy with what the young people did yesterday, and under my office, because there was not such instruction, first of all, I distanced my office and also the party to what happened yesterday, because I understand that by culture, you can't insult elderly people with such big insults. We can have politics, yes, but doing such a thing is un-Zambian, and that's not what we call Christians. We are Christians, no. But what happened yesterday is something which all of us, we are not happy. I've summoned the provincial youth chairman to identify such individuals. If really they are UPND members, then discipline will follow.
The Zambia Medicine and Medical Supply Agency, ZAMSA, has announced that the country's stock availability of essential medicines and medical supplies is now sitting at over 73.3%, surpassing the World Health Organization recommended standard of 70% availability of medicines for the public health supply chain. ZAMSA Director General Victor Nyasulu says that this milestone represents a growth rate of 171% and gives credence to the impact of the increased budgetary allocation towards the drug fund by the government. Mr. Nyasulu further reveals that the laboratory commodities, which were at about 50% availability, are now at 68%. The Director General states that three-pronged approach, which the agency adopted last year, and the mop-up exercise have played a significant role in the current situation in as far as medicine and medical supply is concerned, with the aim to reach 90% at the end of the year. He has also stated that ZAMSA's load volumes have also increased from 293,000 in 2021 to 570,000 in 2023, and currently in the first quarter of 2024, it has done 180,743 loads. 111 suspected illegal immigrants were apprehended on the Copper Belt yesterday in a cleanup operation. The operation was executed simultaneously in Ndola, Kitwe, Chililawombwe, Chingola, Mufulira, Mokambo border and Alwansha from 0530 hours to 1630 hours, during which 90 suspects of different nationalities, including Burundians, Congolese, Kenyans, Portuguese, Somalis and Tanzanians, were detained pending further screening and possible prosecution. Meanwhile, 18 persons, 8 of whom had immigration permits, were requested to report to respective immigration officers for further immigration formalities. Further, the Petauke Magistrate Court convicted and sentenced a 19-year-old Malawian to 12 months simple imprisonment without the option of a fine for illegal entry after he failed to produce a proof of legal immigration status. This is contained in a statement issued by Department of Immigration Public Relations Officer Namati Shinka. In other news trending this evening, the Southern African Center for the Constructive Resolution of Disputes, SACOD, has expressed concern with actions by alleged Akadas who were seen marching and chanting insulting songs to the former head of state, President Edgar Lungu, yesterday. President Hakainde Hichilema has reiterated the need to conserve nature in order for the communities to survive the climatic challenges that are leading to various catastrophes caused by El Nino that the country, continent, and the world are currently experiencing. Up next, business news.
5FM Radio Business News. We mean business. Keep you current in commerce, trade, and industry, local and global. It's our business to keep you informed about business.
CompuConnect Education, a leading force in digital transformation specializing in artificial intelligence and other smart technologies, has commended the Zambian government for its soon-to-be-launched national strategy on artificial intelligence. Sarah Luyere Njamu, Group Chief Executive Officer of CompuConnect Education, expressed admiration for the Zambian government's forward-thinking approach, stating that it is setting a commendable example for other African nations by embracing the AI wave. Mrs. Njamu said that the government's proactive stance towards developing an AI national strategy exemplifies visionary leadership and a commitment to embracing the transformative potential of artificial intelligence. She emphasized the importance of incorporating policies for upskilling and reskilling the workforce with AI skill sets.
As CompuConnect Education, we wholeheartedly support the government's initiative, and we extend our gratitude to Honorable Minister Mtati and the entire team at the Ministry of Technology and Science, who have been spearheading this endeavor. As a key player in the AI space, CompuConnect Education stands ready to support and collaborate with the government in crafting the AI strategy.
Ends the business news.
5FM Radio Business News. We mean business. Keep you current in commerce, trade, and industry, local and global. It's our business to keep you informed about business.
In foreign news, Israeli forces have pulled out of Jabalia in northern Gaza after a 3-week offensive there, which saw tens of thousands of civilians flee the area. The military said hundreds of terrorists had been eliminated and 10 kilometers of tunnels destroyed during the operation. The Israeli Defense Forces had gone back into the city months after pulling out, saying that Hamas was regrouping there. During the operation, the bodies of 7 Israelis killed during the Hamas attack on Israel on 7th October were taken to Gaza. Were taken to Gaza, discovered and repatriated. Here now is a roundup from the BBC for other world news stories.
The US presidential election campaign has moved into uncharted territory after the Republican presumptive candidate Donald Trump was found guilty of falsifying business records. The conviction does not prevent him from running, even if he's sentenced to jail. President Biden's campaign said the threat Mr. Trump posed to America's democracy had never been greater. But Republicans say the trial was a travesty of justice. Germany has joined the US in allowing Western weapons to be used to hit Russian military targets bordering Ukraine's Kharkiv region. In recent weeks, residents of Kharkiv were feeling exposed to incoming Russian missiles and glide bombs. Speaking on a visit to Stockholm, President Zelensky said the US decision would help Ukraine protect its civilians. Police in Germany say a number of people, including a police officer, have been injured in a stabbing at a right-wing demonstration in the city of Mannheim. Footage on social media shows a man with a knife attacking the crowd. Police say the attacker was shot and wounded.
In sports news, 11 candidates have successfully passed the FIFA agents examinations out of the 49 that sat for the worldwide test in Zambia. 86 candidates had initially registered to take the exams in Zambia, but only 49 made the final cut. The successful candidates will confirm their certification after paying the requisite fee to FIFA and will be the legally recommended persons to represent players, coaches, and clubs for any movements and transfers. Prospective candidates will have another opportunity in November when the next exams take place. Here now is the evening weather report.
Class Econ Roofing Africa. Class Econ Roofing, plot 17100 off Katanga Road, 150 meters from Mumbwa Road, Chinika Industrial Area, Lusaka. Class Econ Roofing. Class plus economy. Class Econ. Class Econ Roofing Africa. Class Econ.
Northwestern and Copperbelt provinces, including the western parts of central, Lusaka, and southern provinces, have few clouds, slightly windy and mild to cool. Western, Luapula, northern, Muchinga, and eastern provinces, including the eastern parts of central, Lusaka, and southern provinces, are mainly clear, windy at times, and mild to cool. Ends the evening weather report.
Class Econ. Class Econ Roofing Africa. Class Econ Roofing, plot 17100 off Katanga Road, 150. Class Econ Roofing Africa. Class Econ.
That item brings us to the end of the main news, but before we go, a recap of the top stories. cost of living increases. Only 44% of the girls who fall pregnant return to school since the introduction of the school re-entry policy in 1996. Israel ends a 3-week offensive in North Gaza town. For more news, follow us on Facebook at 5FM Radio Zambia. On behalf of the entire news crew and the technical department, thank you for listening to the Happy World of 5FM. Stay safe and stay tuned to 5FM Radio. I'm Herbert Mutavi.